Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked about many things on this channel, but today we'll be talking about something a lot of you might have a lot of experience with, and yet have never really thought about. It is a video which I am pretty certain has never been covered on YouTube, which is impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bake ourselves some car water, baby. Now, for those of you who don't, through some miracle of nature, know what car water is when you leave a cup of water in a car, and, well, through the process of the sun's heat traveling into it, it becomes hotter and tastes different. So, we'll be making our own car water right here in my very own car, and we'll be checking on it every so often. I plan for this to be a long-term video with some good thought put into it, so I really can't wait to see how this goes down.
It is day 0, incubation of the car water challenge. Here we have some water in a paper cup. It tastes normal, kind of cold, very untasty. It is 9:05 right now. We will check back in about 10 hours. Let's see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been precisely 24 hours and 5 minutes since we have last visited the car water. It has gone through pretty intense heat. I don't put a sunscreen up because I'm an idiot, and I wanted to see what effect it would have. It still smells like water.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Okay. That's interesting. It's almost completely unchanged. Now here's the thing about that. I think this proves that temperature isn't the changing factor in its flavor. I am, however, detecting a hard to nail down thickness that wasn't there the first time. I don't know what this is. I can't nail that down, but I'm pretty sure it's thicker. So this is very interesting. I'll talk about what this means later, but almost the same temperature, which is really interesting. It's not the heat that's doing it. So, I mean, yeah, let's see what next day brings us.
Alright boys, today we are taking a second test of the car water on Mr. Humotor's channel.
So, we're tasting a staler taste now. The staler taste is much more defined. We're trying to be scientific here. There's a metallic aftertaste. Now, to up the ante a little bit, we're going to add this pineapple air freshener. Thank you all so much for watching. Turn off that video. Ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of water, so we'll have to be very conservative. So I think I will drink this again in a whole nother week. That's what I think. It tastes about the same as it did on day 6.
Nice.
Papery, thick. The aftertaste is more pronounced. All right, I guess we'll check back in a week. Goodbye. Hey Chad, guess why today is exciting?
Why?
It's the final day of car water. This
Yeah.
baby has been fermenting for 14 days.
Oh goodness, so gracious. Oh,
I counted.
how is it? Disgusting.
Whoa, yes. Extremely.
Yeah, I bet.
We'll talk about it more in the edit. All right, so let's take a look at what happened. As the water sat in the car, it gained heat. As we all know, is a principle of convection from the sun burning its gleaming hot rays down. So, as the water grew hotter, it began to gain acidic properties. Yes, this is real. Real science. Real stuff. And melted down the edges of its container, which in this case was paper, you guessed it. So, to illustrate this concept, I have this piece of toast. Look, it's toast. Now it's not. This exact same thing happened to the edges of the cup. And that's why the water tasted like paper. If it had been a metal cup, it would have tasted like, say it with me, kids, metal! And if it had been a plastic cup, it would have tasted like plastic, which is probably toxic. So the moral of the story is don't leave a plastic bottle in your car with water in it, because that shit will probably be toxic. And glass will taste like glass. You want to taste glass, kids?